August 18th, 1949, WFMY News 2 had its very first live television broadcast. Don Hardison was the announcer, and that newscast, well, it lasted all of 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Well, then, September 22nd, 1949, WFMY-TV signs on the air as the 76th commercial station in the entire country. That is 74 years ago today. You know, back then, most people watched TV like this, at a store window. This YouTube video shows just a really big crowd all trying to get a glimpse of a very, very small screen. Now, if you did have a TV at home, you had one TV, not multiple TVs. In September 1949, an estimated 1,200 homes out of more than 226,000 homes in our viewing area had a television. Break that down, that was one TV set for every 190 homes. So fast forward to today, big difference. Nielsen says more than 675,000 of our households have at least one TV, and there are at least 736,000 households in our viewing market. Yeah. TVs, several of them in one home. They're in restaurants. They're a given. We now have them on our phones, right? Very different.
Yeah, it's weird when I don't see a TV in every room. I feel like whenever I'm visiting someone, there's at least one, some sort of screen, whether it be a computer screen, but mainly a TV, as at least in every single room.
And it's crazy how cheap they are these days.
Oh, I know.
I mean, if you wanted like the bare bones, never heard of the brand because it's from another country, but you wanted a big screen TV, you can get it for like 200 bucks.
And you have to think of the different kind of TV generations. So there are people who are watching, right, who only saw black and white, right, at the beginning, having to physically go up and change the channel on the television. And then there was the cable box, and that's when you could go up to the cable box and then like slide it from one food to the other instead of going tick, 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 right?
I didn't even have that.
You didn't have that?
I can't say I'm familiar, but.
Okay, you all grew up with the remote. Ching,
Yes.
ching, ching,
I
ching,
did, yeah.
Right?
Or the VCR or whatever, when you put it in, you know what I'm talking about? The big.
We do know what
A
you're talking about.
VHS,
A
yes.
VHS, yes. We
But
sure
did you put
do.
it in the but you put it in
Yep.
the VCR? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That was my first resume tape. I was on one of those.
On a VCR tape.
But yeah, I mean, isn't it wild how quickly technology has advanced since that time?
Right, I can't even imagine like not having, like you said, a TV almost in every room.
I mean, I thought that, you know, DVDs and CDs were very technically advanced, and now you can't even, I mean, who even has a DVD player
Right, because you're
or a
just going to
CD
stream
player?
everything.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't even need
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just TV that changed, it's what you watched on TV. Filling the time on local news was like a new thing. They had never done it before, so they're like, what do we do with all this time? I mean, they had a 4-minute newscast. Right, the first time. 4 minutes, we can't even fathom that. Listen to how a former production manager describes it as we head to break.
Local live programming mushroomed because there was nothing else to put on. There was no syndication in those days, and movies hadn't been released to local television stations. So the whole thing was local driven and also advertiser driven. We had advertisers who wanted to put on a 15-minute hillbilly show, and then another one who wanted to do something else. Then we would have a 15-minute newscast to put in there. So we were literally doing 4 shows back to back in a space 15 by 25 feet.
Come on, Ma, and come on, Pa, we've got something for you all. Saturday night, 6:30, you know, so pull up a chair and see our show.